Hey there everybody, Popontop here. Welcome back to some more Fallout 4 mods. In today's mod we have NACX, the NAC standing for Natural Atmospheric Commonwealth. This mod is like an EMB, which is really rare for console here. This is on console or whatever. But it like completely changes kind of the visual look of the game to enhance it, to make it look better and stuff. The weather and stuff, the sun just looks nicer. The way that it hits the gun looks nicer. Skin tones are changed. Like to look more realistic and natural and stuff. And you can kind of tell that right away. Just like the way the light is hitting everything and the shadows and stuff. Like it just, the game looks better. It's like, it's not changing up any kind of graphical settings or anything either. It's not making the game harder to run so you get less frames or you have to worry about performance issues or whatever. It's just kind of a change of how the lighting works. And that's one of the biggest deals with Fallout 4 is that like the lighting just doesn't ever hit right. As a person who covers mods and stuff, and I know these things, sometimes the lighting just doesn't hit right. Sometimes it does, but sometimes it doesn't. And it does look a lot nicer. The skin tone here on my particular character model here does look improved. I mean, I don't even have to tell you why or nothing. But this also comes with like a holotape, but it's not a holotape. It's under apparel, the settings menu, the NAC setting menu. I currently have it favorited here, so you can kind of use it whenever. And we could do all kinds of presets, effects. We can load and save. We can look around. We can figure all these things out. So if we go to presets here, we can make it all kinds of things like ash and rust. So it's like it's a total different EMB preset, right? So we can close that, and then we kind of have a different aesthetic style to the game. You can kind of just mess with these things like that. It's great. It's a crazy. Excuse me. I didn't want to equip that. I don't think that's how you want to do that. But we can disable that. I mean, we're not going to go through every one of these things. Obviously, you can make the game black and white, which is pretty cool. Like, it's just some of these are for like screenshots and stuff. So if we go back here, we can hit look around. All right, is it not letting me look around? Close. No, it's still gonna. Okay. Black and white settings though, it's fine. Like it's just chill. Like, you know, there's things here. There's obviously other effects though and stuff. So we can show off some of these with just hitting the button here. Cinema 2, disable, right? We can make really shadows really dark. As you see there, just like the whole thing kind of blacked out, right? Disable dark shadows and like everything is dead. Like everything's getting like a darker tone, right? Like the color's kind of sucked out of it, right? Doomsday, like even more so, I guess. It's a variety of different things. Obviously, a lot of these things you have to mess with on your own. So, there's like a gentle boost to all colors, and then like even more. I guess that's the gentle boost too. High key. Oh, like it's really bright. Lo-fi. Yeah, okay. Like the colors do weird things. I mean, like, I'm a fan of this mod just as the basics because it changes up the weathers and all kinds of things and stuff, like to a whole different degree. I didn't mean to close that there, sorry. But there's all different kinds of things. There's visual settings and stuff, right? You can change the field of view. You can change it to whatever. I want 120, for example. So if we go back, this is gonna cause some weird stuff because I kind of already had a field of view monitor, but this is 120. Do I feel like this is 120? Sure. I actually might feel like it's less field of view than I was already getting though. I already had a field of view mod on. But obviously for people out there who don't have a field of view mod, you can change field of view. I mean, it's causing some issues here. The game is not meant to be 120. That's a little high. To be honest, I would recommend, like, if you're gonna do an FOV thing, I'd do like 90. And it automatically sucks you back into the first person. Third person camera, you can change the angle of yourself very close to the player left, right, so you can make it more Resident Evil rear, everybody on the shoulder, kind of like we are here. This is apparently 90 field of view, which is fine. It's causing less issues, but I'm gonna reset that. I would just can I go back to default, reset and disable override. Yeah. I want my regular field of view back. I already got it. Look at that, extremely wide field of view. But you can do that third person camera stuff, right? So I want upper left. I don't even know, like, so like that. Oh, it's loading. So yeah, this is my third person camera now. So it's actually not even seeing my player character, just kind of like really roughly behind their shoulder. So you could just barely see the gun. But the fact that that exists at all, right? Like I don't think I'd ever particularly use that kind of effect. But so like, what if we centered it, right? We'd be in the center of the screen. It does take some time to load the settings. So I don't feel like that's that much different. Maybe it's because of our field of view thing, because like we have to use their custom field of view thing. But the point is, there's so much stuff here to explore. I mean, it does just enhance the game too. Like let's just reset that. Is there no reset on this? Left default. Okay, yeah. Just the default to the left. I don't know about that. Why am I aiming in such a... This is not right. Something's weird about this. I have messed it up. I have probably messed it up. The mod is also weird, so it's not 100% probably my fault. I believe you can also go in here, and then there's the setting here to just reset everything. You can also change all... Okay, so like all the kinds of things here. You can disable your drug effects. You can disable cloud shadows. You can disable fake interior darkening. You can... Functional sunglasses in first person, right? You can disable the weather. You can disable the radiation, the Rad Storm alarm. It does give you an alarm now when there's a Rad Storm coming. Like a big... Which is, you know, annoying. But you can change the nighttime brightness. You can change... Like I said, you can do all kinds of things with this. The weathers are just here. Load a random weather for me. It's cloudy. Sunny, dark, overcast is the name of this one. I really would like... My third-person camera is doing some weird stuff, but I'm going to just go back to first-person now. And you can see the weathers have a lot more dramatic effect. The sun, like looking at the sun, it's just really dramatic how the thing is. So we're gonna just kind of do that for a little bit too. We got so many things going on. Load another one. Firestorm. This is a new one. My gun is officially wigged out. I am sheltered now from the firestorm. But there's a firestorm going on. This is the weather that can happen in the game. Yeah, you hang out in here. Let's quickly just load another one before we all die. Snow? Snow! Snow is a weather effect. I'm not sure how my gun wigged out that one. Like, literally, like, duplicated. It is not necessarily the perfect mod by any means, because it does have some issues with it, and so on and so forth. Like, it's not always going to work perfectly. Like, this third-person camera is weird. Whatever default they have set up here is not correct. Like, that's not working around exactly perfectly. And I heard that this mod wasn't on for a little while, and then it came back and stuff. So, just centered camera. Like, can we? Is that the regular? Let my third. No, see, because this is just too close, right? Why is this so close? I don't want that. I don't know. Okay, let's just load another random while we're doing that in between. So we got very cloudy with rain. But you still see some sun. Like this stuff doesn't exist, right? Like where it would just be kind of cloudy with some rain. It's really good stuff. I'm also fixing the third-person camera. Why is it? It says this is default, but this is not correct. Right? I didn't want to open that. Is this better now? Is this better-ish? See, like, this is not how this normally looks. I swear to God it doesn't. But I don't know if it changed. Like, see, like, this is... Because I'm like... My character's looking the wrong way, right? They're not looking the direction they're going. That's not correct, okay? I wish I did not mess with the third-person thing. Load another weather for me. Dark rain. So this is very dark. As you see, the atmospheric weather effects here, though, it does make it like it's a totally different thing. The rain effects here don't look amazing, because I think those are like droplets are supposed to be hitting the ground, but they're not even hitting the ground. But the fact that this exists at all. Go back. I'd very much like to fix my third-person camera. You could also change the time scale. That 1:1 is real time, right? Which is default is 20:1. 20 seconds pass in game for every second. So you can make it 1:1. So every 1 minute in real life becomes 1 minute in the game. So you can have a more realistic appearance of that. Obviously, it takes you a long time because you play the game for hours and hours. You could cross the whole map and it still be 1 day, which is like less immersive, which is why they changed the time scale on that thing. But whatever you prefer, right? Maybe you just want to play all day and then just like make day take longer. Like you can have multiple play sessions to take 12 hours of in-game time. Give me another weather though. Very cloudy with rain. We got that one already. Give me a different. I wanted to show off a different weather. Obviously, I had Firestorm in there, which is one of the most dramatic ones. Clear sky, vanilla redone. It's clear. It's very sunshiny. The way the sun shines off the gun and character models and stuff looks very good. It makes the shadows enhanced. It looks nicer just across the board here. We can also do more things with the weather other than just get a different one, right? So we can change the weather. Those are the metro settings. That's not the one I wanted. I want the weather. I mean, you can get the weather forecast. Where's the weather forecast? It didn't load in. Okay, that's fine. Select and manage weathers. I would like it to, because we got some examples. So let's make a Rad Storm show up. Acid rain. Load selected weather. It's raining acid now. Is our character taking any damage? No. Is it any radiation or whatever? No. But it is like the craziest effect. It's very green. it just looks like the air is fucking poison. This stuff exists. I mean, I can't possibly even take a video of time to possibly show you all the options here. But there is some crazy ones, like even different Rad Storms. I want an Ultra Rad Storm. Load that. The sounds, like I can't even hear myself speak anymore because the wind is so loud. The radiation is kicking in, big old thunder and stuff. It's so dark you can't even see. I'm eating massive amounts of rads. Let's quickly get off of that one. No, it's good. It's good though. It's good. I think it's amazing that you could just make some really pretty looking stuff. Obviously, this is just examples. So these weathers will just show up as it is anyway. That's like the main part of the mod. There's a Firestorm, the Red Storm. Ban all Rad Storm weathers from current climate. You can change some of these things. Maybe you don't want these effects, right? Fallout. Is that like straight nuke time? You see there's alarms, right? Like a nuke literally went off. That's a crazy effect! And like the wind is hella blowing. You see how fast it is? Like a nuke went off. I mean, it's not exactly like it, but it's like... You hear the alarm effects from the Rad Storms and stuff. God, that's crazy. This mod is so good. I mean, it's because like there's weathers and stuff. I would like to just make it pleasant. Just, you know, clear sky. Load that up. Okay, look, sunshine. Everything is fine. Everything is fine. See, but it's not just that. It's not just weathers and stuff, and like a whole visual enhancement of the whole game. You can do all these effects and stuff, right? You have the FOV thing, which seemingly works. I already have an FOV mod, so maybe it's kind of causing some issues. You also have the basic overall settings. You can change the night brightness. Darker nights, much darker. Brighter nights, much brighter nights, right? You can do all that. And then you can change the darkness of interiors. You can customize each of these things to your liking, right? Enable the Pitboy Flashlight. So the flashlight actually comes out of your Pitboy. It's really hard for me to show this off because my third-person camera is doing weird stuff. But as you see, though, it's actually like a white flashlight. It's not the green flashlight or whatever color you pick your HUD to be or whatever. So it actually like is a big old circle and it looks really nice here. You can see it. It's just barely dark, but that's a much better flashlight. That's just part of the mod too. Like this thing does so many things that I can't even like describe it properly. And I'm like, it's like a whole job to do that. Yes. Enable the field of view order. If I put 120, does that make it better? Yeah, loading 120. Whoop. You can disable all of these things, volumetric lighting, if you want to. For performance, too, you can just kind of customize your graphics like it's a PC. I know on a PC you can kind of do all this stuff somewhat with console commands, too. It's causing some weird issues, 120 field of view. It's like, yeah, see, this is too high. But as you see, like, that's what it looked like, though. That's a 120 field of view, right? But it's like, that's not supposed to be happening. So I don't recommend that one. That's a little high anyway, but I like it. In like your first-person shooter or whatever. We'll just disable that. Reset and disable override. Loading settings. Takes a second. Boom. We're back. My third-person camera is messed up, and I don't know how to fix it. You guys like, it's centered, right? Nope, that's not it. I don't know about that third-person camera, so maybe you shouldn't mess with that because I think I've messed my game up. But maybe there's a way to fix it. I just got to figure it out. But I highly recommend the Natural Atmospheric Commonwealth X or NAC X mod because it just lets you do so much stuff. I mean, I don't think we even like went through everything that we could do, but just the different varieties and the weathers that can show up and stuff, and the way that lighting works, and you know the shadows and the way that light hits, and the just like if you get the light to hit the gun just right, it looks so much better than even vanilla Fallout 4. That is crazy. I mean, you could just load this mod up. The visual enhancers and weathers that just exist, part of the mod that just come with it, is so good that it's just worth doing that. Even if you don't want to mess with the settings, you don't want to go into anything, the weathers will just kind of show up when they do, and then you'll just kind of keep playing your game. It's a nicer looking game without performance hits or whatever. And you can customize that too. You can go in here, you'll be like, I don't really want certain things to like affect my performance or whatever. You can change those visual settings and stuff. You can disable volumetric lighting, right? All that stuff. You can change the depth of field, right? And you can do all like, I mean, there's so much stuff here, like the camera noise, I guess. I like to show off all this would be like an hour-long video. Like that's how deep in depth this could possibly be. But I think I gave you guys a good idea of what this mod is all about and the kinds of things that it can do. So hopefully you'll check it out for yourselves. take some really pretty screenshots and like show them to me, that'd be really cool if you could do that. That's what I was planning to do. I was like, look at all these weather effects. You could just take some crazy screenshots. I don't know, man. If you guys have enjoyed the video, though, make sure to leave a like rating down below. If you want to check out the mod for yourselves, there'll be a link in the top of the description to the Bethesda.net page and the Nexus mod page, or wherever you can find this mod. If you haven't already and you'd like to, make sure you can subscribe. That way you can check out more videos from me. And pretty much other than that, you guys have a good rest of your day, whatever it may be, and I'll see you in the next episode.